Welcome, my friends, welcome to the longest running daily variety show on the planet, the MarkinsPires show. We're at it again. I'm on the road and we got together very quickly last night. Don't have the best camera, I don't have the best gear while I'm out on the road, but I do want to have a chance to connect with you and at least do a little of the comedy news. A lot going on in the world, and we can't miss a moment of it here on the MarkinsPires show. So I hope you're doing well. Join me for a few minutes here. We have a premiere actually at noon today, every day for the next until Sunday, of new songs. This one's called Don't Be an April Fool. What a great song. I can't wait to watch it with you. So let's talk about this. CBS pulls the plug on Billy Joel's concert, like right in the middle of Piano Man. Like he's right in the middle of starting Piano Man, and they're like, CBS News. You guys got to see this. This is hilarious. Watch this. Oops.
Live from CBS 4, this is your news now.
CBS News. Just note to self, if you're going to have a concert live on CBS for Billy Joel, you may want to broadcast the entire concert, especially when he gets into New York State of Mind or Piano Man. So this is interesting. The FBI opens a criminal probe into the Baltimore bridge collapse. I got to say that's pretty interesting, considering I created a complete comedy about how it was absolutely some sort of sabotage perpetrated by Vladimir Putin and all of his oligarchs. I dropped that. Totally silly, but it looks like there really is some nefarious activity taking place here. I mean, when you started to look at the damage and the ultimate impact over the next 5 to 10 years for America until they can get this thing back and up and running, I heard it's not going to be an easy process. So this definitely seems like it's a lot bigger than, just somebody pulled into the, or the power went out right before running into the pier there, or whatever it was, the post on the bridge. So anyway, what else is going on in the world? Supreme Court, who cares about that? Chinese runners, it's hard for me to read here in the bright sunny day here. I mean, this isn't going to help me or you, but I will be able to see a little better, at least for a second. Bryson DeChambeau tears Augusta signpost from the ground to set up magnificent Masters escape shot. Did you guys see this? That dude's like a freaking gorilla. I mean, he's been roiding, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he went from like this skinny, like college kid who's like a professor, and he's looking at the shot from different analytics because he has a physics mind. And now he looks like he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. His ridiculous body, pulling posts out of the ground at the Masters. Good for you, DeChambeau. I don't think he won. I think Scotty Scheffler won, which is his second win at the Masters. If you were a fan of golf, it's pretty cool. Former Colts QB Andrew Luck never considered returning to the NFL. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people who lost a lot of money on that guy. In the sports trading business, sports trading cards, people stock up by buying these larger-than-life characters who make it into the NFL, into the NBA, and they hope that one day they're going to win the championship, they're going to become one of the greatest of all time, and then they got a stack of rookie cards that they had graded by PSA and all that, and that doesn't seem to be the case with Andrew Luck. He left before any of those things could come to fruition, so a lot of those sports card gamblers, I guess you would say, lost a lot of money on this guy. So, but look, you know what? You have to... This is your body. This is your mind. Every time you get hit, that affects you. So he made a personal decision for his life and his family. And not to mention, I have to say, this is an interesting thing, but unless you are so all in for football that you're going to play the rest of your life, I can't wait. I will play until my deathbed. But if you're a guy who's like, look, I'm doing this, to make a living for my family. I'm good at it. This is my sport. And then you get paid. That dude got paid. And he's probably like, I got so much money right now. I'm getting beat left and right. It's not as easy as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be as easy as college or whatever. And he took the money and ran. Good for him. Enjoy your life, buddy. Don't walk around like a sieve. You got no legs left. Your knees are shot. You can't think anymore because you got hit in the head 50,000 times on a football field. Look, I know you got hurt, buddy, with your baseball card collection, but this guy made probably the smartest decision of any football player in history. He got the biggest paydays, and then he was like, what am I doing here? Let me get the hell out of here. So don't blame him on that decision. I just want to quickly pop over and see if anybody's joined us yet. Hilly Billy, my friend. Fragile Life, so good to see you. Will's in the house with me. Awesome to see you guys. Thank you so much for kicking it with me. It's a little different today because I'm on the road and I can't really see anything. Hopefully you could hear everything okay. And at least we continue the show as typical. Let me see. I'll bring the volume up just a little more so you can hear me a little better. Hopefully that's good. So let's see what else we have in the world today. Hilly, how you doing, my brother? Will, Fragile Lives, you guys are awesome. Kim Kardashian slammed over a photo of daughter North dripping in diamonds. I had a photo dripping in diamonds too. No, not really. But she did, apparently. Paris Hilton's cheeky cutout dress made me do a double take. I think the years that Paris Hilton gives people double takes, long over, right? People like, maybe they're double taking is like, is that Paris Hilton? The one that banged it out with everybody? Florida man accused of beating girlfriend's 5-year-old son for watching Paw Patrol. What in the? Paw Patrol's a great show. And you're going to beat a kid for it? This guy's a piece of garbage. He should go to jail, not just for beating the kid, but also for beating the kid for watching Paw Patrol. That's a good show right there. I used to watch that with my kids. Let's see. Look at this guy. It's the eyes, guys. I told you, it's always the eyes. Miami man was arrested by police after allegedly beating his girlfriend's 5-year-old son for watching Paw Patrol because it was for girls. What? Miami told police, what does he mean by it was for girls? Oh, so he's saying that's not a show for boys. That's not true. Brian grabbed the boy super hard on his arm before telling him that the show was for girls. In the report, the child reportedly told staff members of the University of Miami Child Protection Team that Brian grabbed him on the right arm and scratched him and wrapped both hands around his neck and told him he was going to take him to jail. What? The witnesses echoed that the child had this guy's freaking nuts, right? I'm going to take you to jail for watching Paw Patrol. That's Chase's job in Paw Patrol. He's the police officer, okay? So anyway, look, see, right there. Chase, he's doing it. He's got the cop gear on, You guys have to watch the show. It's not just for girls, okay? It's for all children, maybe even for adults, I liked it. I mean, that Bluey's probably one of the best shows. It's like it's comedy for adults, but it's for a kid's show. It's awesome. The dad is the best. It's a cool show. You should check that one out. And how about Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, right? It's basically a ripoff of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and you get the music and everything. That was a good one. Gosh. When you have 3 kids and you remember all the shows, Sid the Science Kid, I'm watching it. It's Sid the Science Kid, I used to love that show too. Guys, anyway, so we're back into it over here. New details emerge over O.J. Simpson's estate. Let's see. Ron Goldman, he's getting some of it. He stole like $121 million to the Goldmans. O.J. will be cremated. A state executor says hard no to controversial ex-athlete's brains. What? They want to do a CTE study on his brain. You know what? I actually would do that. That would be like, why would they not? He's a murderer. Yeah, check on his brain, dude. We want to see what the hell happened. What went wrong? At what point in history did OJ become a psychotic, murderer, like Al Callings? It's OJ. And together they're going in, gloves on, but it didn't fit afterwards. The blood, when you get blood into leather, what do you think is going to happen? You think it's going to expand? No, of course not. OJ can, give you scientific reasons why, but you're going to have to talk to him in the afterlife. So anyway, at the end of the day, O.J. Simpson is gone. One of the greatest running backs ever, Heisman Trophy winner, murderer. He got away with it, though, He had to pay a civil lawsuit, but he didn't go to jail for murdering 2 people, including his ex-wife. That's unfortunate. He did go to jail for robbing people of his personal memorabilia, though, in Las Vegas about 5 or 6 years ago. So that's at least one little positive light in the story here, that he got a little bit of retribution or karma. Lawyer who represents OJ said he died of cancer at 76 and he will be cremated. Why don't you just rip his brain out of his head and then cremate him? You know what I mean? So you got both. Like, hey, we cremated OJ, here you go. But he's like a quarter of a pound lighter because the brain. You took the brain out and you gave it to science. CTE, they just want to see. There's a lot to understand about CTE. And graying in the brain. I'm pretty sure OJ had that, I mean, murderer. Anyway, you guys know the story about him murdering two women, or men, two people, his ex and another man. I think Goldman was like there to drop off like flowers or something. Like, oh, were they friends or something? Does anybody remember what the story is there? Barella in the house. Andrea O'Neill with me. Oh, so cool. Starry night. You guys are awesome. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here in sunny, I don't even want to say, I'm out of Connecticut. How about that? I like that. I like just being somewhere else in a tropical environment. Of course. Could probably run over and see OJ. He died. He was in a tropical environment too, I believe. Anyway, let's see. Shanu Hinu, Chris Sinuhunu, Sunununu. Okay, that goes into politics. We're not doing that. Motorcyclist uploaded 170 mile an hour poll to YouTube. What is that? 170 mile an hour poll? What's a poll? Does that mean just like a scooting? Let's see. See if we can watch it. Here we go.
Born in Pires, whatever it is for you. We're on the old Jixer today. We're in Colorado Springs. And so by the title, you probably know what we're doing. So I already have it pulled up here. Get to the first look. Looked like it was just as heavy the whole way.
I would never do this because what if a wheel, you know what I mean? You run into something, some obstruction in the road, and all of a sudden one of those wheels isn't working. You have a blowout and you're going 170 miles. Look at this. Dude, that is crazy fast right there. Oof. I don't know if the audio is playing. I can't really tell, but I'm going to... That's dangerous, dude. He's doing it at 100 plus miles an hour in between vehicles. What a a-hole. That's too good. But he can slow down. So we'll give you that one. He's wandering now. I think that thing just came off the ground. Watch how fast he goes with glasses behind cars. That's really not. Look up, that underpass is coming up. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Who is this guy? Shooting in like MotoGP. What are we doing here? This that highways at Nashville or wherever. I'm not a fan of going 3,000 miles an hour. Even with two wheels. What do you guys think about this? Would you do that? Would you get in a motorcycle and go 200 miles an hour like that, 170 miles an hour? I got killed in a motorcycle. Hilly got killed in a motorcycle April 20th, 1985. I was only going about 40. What happened, Hilly? Did you really get in a car wreck or a bike wreck at 40? Or at 40 miles an hour? And I guess, look, honestly, if you come to a stop at 40 miles an hour, no matter what you're driving, you're in trouble. That is going to hurt a lot. So, that's what I believe, at least. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, a Trump ally, has his phone seizure case rejected by Supreme Court. Tiger Woods fell apart at the Masters, but so did everybody else, so you can't blame him. He came in last place, dead last. Like, he made the cut, But then he came in 60th place, 27 shots off of the victor, which is crazy if you think of it. 27 shots. You got to play a lot better, buddy, if you want to ever win again. And it's not that. He got in that wreck. I don't know if he'll ever be back or if he'll ever win again. Like, to be at the level where you win tournaments in 2024, I mean, this Scotty Scheffler guy is phenomenal. But remember, each of these guys has this little run. Jordan Spieth, they get these little runs, and then they're like, they're greatest. But Tiger's was the longest, and now he did that thing with his ankle. I don't think he'll ever have the mobility he needs in order to be as effective as he was in the golf course. So he's going to really either have to adjust his entire game in order to make that work, or he'll just never win again. That's just the reality, unfortunately, of the injury that he has. But I wouldn't count Tiger Woods out. That's the one guy I would think would figure out what it takes in order to be as good as he ever was before, but differently. So just keep your eye on that dude. I think everybody calls out people like him, and then they come back and totally surprise you every single time. And I love that. I love when people just say, okay, you want me to quit because you think I can never do it at that level again? And yeah, I probably can't because this is my adversity. But I'm going to come in from this perspective. I'm going to come from this angle. And let's see how I do, Let's see. Demolition to begin on one of Hawaii's most infamous and illegal trails. Do I want to read that? It's getting hot, guys. It's getting freaking hot. Even the laptop is getting hot here. How much power we have left? We're actually okay. I plugged her in. Demolition to begin on one of Hawaii's most... I already said that, Joanne. She's here as well. Wheezing. If you've ever visited Hawaii, chances are you might have heard about the famous haiku stairs, also known as the Stairway to Heaven. The hike has become a favorite to many tourists looking to get a breathtaking shot from atop a lush mountain ridge, despite these stairs required to get there being closed to the public since 1987. Wow, these were closed since 1987? Since years of complaints from local property owners, the stairs are officially coming down. They're getting rid of the stairs? It's too bad. Honolulu Mayor Rick Blangiardi said at the news conference on the 10th that contractors have begun looking at removing the stairs later this month. The plan is to remove the nearly 4,000 steps by helicopter and disassemble them further on the ground. The move comes after the city council unanimously voted in 2021 to get rid of the iconic stairs. Over the years, the authorities have had to perform hundreds of rescues of hikers who defied the rules and found themselves stuck or injured on the trail. The removal of the project prioritizes public safety, seeks to stop illegal trespassing on the stairs, and nearby neighbors have dealt with the decades of disruptions. So I guess if you're a guy who's living there, and every single time you're in the backyard with watering your plants, you see some magoos walking by to go up the Stairway to Heaven, and they're like, I need help, and now you're the neighbor who has to go and call Coast Guard or whatever, and their phones aren't working anymore. You're walking over, you're like, what are you doing? You see the sign that says "Do not enter," and you're there, and so I kind of get it, but I think it's sad they wouldn't just rehabilitate it and make that something that people can access, because this world has beautiful sights we should see. You shouldn't take that away from people. That's just mental. Anyway, I don't know. You get how many days in your life you're in Hawaii, you want to go see the Stairway to Heaven. Now you can't. Now they're taking away the steps. You're going to have to go out there. You're the guy who's going monkey style, tree to tree, lifting yourself up the mountainside to get to that shot. It's too bad. Look, you could see it's all... here's the thing. Get rid of the steps all you want, but you put the steps here on this entire one, run. Some idiot's going to go and do this anyway. He's going to walk it without the steps. I'm seeing it. Anyway, I think that's what's happening in the world today, guys. Jelly Roll says he's lost 70-something pounds as he prepares for 5K. I feel really good, he says. Good for him. Very happy. That's a really... that's a big accomplishment to drop 70 pounds. Just keep it off, buddy. Just stick with whatever you've been doing. Proud of you. Professional golfer Max Homa and wife Lacey Homa's relationship timeline. Who the freaking cares? You know what I mean? Jason Day ordered to remove gaudy Malborn sweater at Masters by Augusta. It is pretty gaudy. This one's interesting. Those are NARC helicopters. They're looking for, they're looking for activity, probably. Fans captured. No, this is the one I want to read to you. Tom Cruise's daughter, Suri, is reportedly free to talk about Scientology as she turns 18. This is an interesting story here. about Thomas Cruise. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter, Sari Cruise, has lived a sheltered life away from her father's Scientology beliefs and public scrutiny. However, she turns 18 and she will face the decision of whether to embrace fame or remain private. According to a Scientology journalist, Suri becoming an adult in New York will also allow her to have freedom of speech about her father and the Church of Scientology. Suri has enjoyed a predominantly sheltered upbringing in Manhattan, shielded from the limelight by her devoted and fiercely protective mother, Katie Holmes. The teenager has been mostly kept from her father, Cruise, and his religious organization, the Church of Scientology. According to who she spoke to in page 6, the Mission Impossible star hasn't seen his daughter since 2012. Holy freaking cow. According to a source who spoke to page 6, the Mission Impossible star, Tom Cruise, hasn't seen his daughter since 2012. Guys, 10, 12 years he hasn't seen his daughter since she was 6 years old? Since she was 6 years old. What? Hold on. Now I have to figure out here. Why didn't they just simply say, just say, yeah, it was in this 2012. Okay, here we go. 2012, guys. How Katie Holmes took control. Right here. Here's the article. July 11th, 2012. The actress, increasingly unhappy with her 5-year marriage to Thomas Cruise, Mission Impossible star, realized she's no longer had the life she wanted in terms of her career, her way of life, everything. She took action quickly. Once she decided to go, she was done. With the help from unflinching attorney Father Martin, what the freaking hell is that? She orchestrated a secretive exit strategy that included moving into a new downtown Manhattan apartment, switching cell phones, and keeping her megastar husband in the dark until bombshell phone calls in which she broke the news to him. She knew she had to have everything locked down before she pulled the trigger, because there could be no wiggle room if she didn't want this to turn out into a long, drawn-out battle. Wow. Primary custody. Okay, look. The lawyers on both sides announced that they had reached a lightning-fast settlement that sources say give Holmes what she wanted most: primary custody of their 6-year-old daughter. Cruise, 50, will have generous visitation rights. Guys, he'll have generous visitation rights, and he never went. But he did another movie. Scumbag. The still stunned actor was a happy man and thought he had a happy life. He keeps asking, what's happening? Why did Katie Holmes leave me? Maybe because you're a Scientologist piece of garbage who believes that Xenon is real, And L. Ron Hubbard's coming back. LRH, right? Ron, whatever the hell your name is. Tom. Still shunned. He's still stunned. For more about the marriage. So look, guys, here's the thing I'm mostly digging into on this here is that he hasn't seen his daughter since 2012. Hasn't seen his daughter since 2012. Katie has safeguarded Suri as she's devoted mom. It doesn't matter. She gave him generous visitation rights, and he never took advantage of his visitation rights. He spent 12 years away. He never came back. That's a motherfucker if I've ever heard of it. I mean, what kind of deadbeat? And I was like, no, he paid into the whatever, because after he had to pay alimony. He had to pay for his daughter, obviously, but he also had to pay. Is it called palimony? No, I think it's called alimony when you pay for the wife to also live the same life that she experienced when she was with you. So he paid all that out, but he didn't go see his daughter, his 6-year-old through 18-year-old daughter. Now I just want to see, I want to interview her. Just be like, tell me, how did you feel over the last 12 years that your father was there in Mission Impossible? He's doing all these movies, and he can't even call you, come and see you, nothing? No FaceTimes? You didn't have any of that? What are we talking about here, Tom Cruise? Guys, when you kind of sell your soul to become the biggest star in Hollywood, I think you just kind of don't give a crap about anything. And you're like, yeah, I got a 6-year-old daughter. Who cares about her? I'm going to do another film, Tom Cruise. Gosh. You guys know that's the guy you like. You like Tom Cruise, I don't like him anymore. I'm over Tom Cruise. That was a rude and very, very, I would say, evil thing to live 12 years of your life without even acknowledging your daughter just because you're a freaking Scientologist piece of garbage. I mean, like, that's on you. That's on you. I'm sure Katie told him, she's like, look, Tom, Xenon, Phaetons, LRH, he was a science fiction writer, right? Most science fiction, like, I think he released the most science fiction stories or words, like the most words in science fiction history, something like this, are L. Ron Hubbard. And then he started this religion. So, I don't know. Tom's doing it, though. He's happy. 12 years without his child. Oh, goodness. That's Coop. How are you? Good to see you. I got Will still kicking it with me. Barella. Kit Covert's here. Noise. J.E., how are you? Thank you guys for joining me today. We're just doing a little outside news story, sweating my face off. Tom Cruise, the scumbag, leaves his daughter in the lurch for 12 years. Like, I hope she does an interview. And she's like, yeah, my dad's a dick. I'm here, 12 years in New York. He can't even stop. He was in New York to do the premiere. He came in to do some pressers. He couldn't stop by and see me. He knows where I live. Sends a check every month, Just very telling. When you're a superstar in Hollywood, guys, you don't need your family. You don't need to see your child. I need to impart any wisdom on that child. Just send the checks. You just keep doing you, Tom Cruise. Goodness. All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. It's getting hot. Just sipping my coffee. I can use a cough. I got to go make a cough. I need a coffee. Sonny. So, guys, as far as news stories go, I think we covered a bunch today. And I really didn't expect to get much informed in the form of news because it's hard for me to see anything. It's really, really hard. It's very bright right here. So I'm just going to see if I can do this each morning or each evening. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to try my best to go live every day and continue the show while I'm away and just trying to get a little R&R. It's been, I think, 3 years since my last trip, like real trip. Did something with the kids last year, like Sesame Place. That was fun. But as far as going away and, taking a little time for myself, I haven't done that in way too long. So it's kind of a perfect thing. Taking the break, birthday, starting at a new firm, new real estate office, a Coldwell Banker next week. It's all, I think, a positive push towards what I hope to be an awesome 2024 and beyond. So we'll see. The show, I don't know if that's where this thing fits into the mix, but I'm hoping my real estate business continues on the right trajectory going forward, closer to home, walking to the office. Those things are very important. Spending more time with my family, I think, is also very important. So we'll see. But all of it's really more about survival. This is a crazy world we're living in. And the closer we get to D-Day, whatever that is, we're going to have as much supplies, as much of everything as possible to get through. And I'm thinking, I don't want to continue to use an electric guzzling vehicle like this. Every day I drive like 45 minutes each way. And then I'm all over the place on top of that. So I think I charge my car every 2 days or every 3 days now instead of every day, which is pretty cool. Andrea, thank you so much. Will, thank you for the belated birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Barella in the house, S. Coop, Andrea O'Neill, Kit. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for kicking it with me today. Will, you guys are great. I will do my best to be back, but please let me share this link with you for 1 second because I think this is it. No, that's not it. The song premiere is at noon, and it is a beauty. You guys heard it the other day. I wrote it the other day. Don't be an April Fool. This is the link. If you could do me a favor, guys, and all of these songs I'm dropping this week, please share the hell out of them because I'm not able to do anything. They're all up. So we had Touch the Stars on my birthday. We had Angels in the Sky yesterday. This is Don't Be an April Fool today. Just so you have an idea of what else is coming this week if you haven't seen the page yet. Don't Be an April Fool today. You can see right through me tomorrow, which is such a beautiful song. Whatever, I think I'm going to pull down because that has to be edited again. Actually, let me do that right now. So there may be a little pause here on Wednesday unless I've been working on a song for Trish for so long called My Last Breath. And I don't mean for so long that I keep working on it. I worked on it like so long ago that I stopped and then I worked on all these other songs for you. So I was pretty close to finishing that one. So if I can get that done, I may upload it for tomorrow or for Wednesday. We'll see. But we also have on Thursday, Cold as Ice, awesome song. Friday, I'm Flying, oh my goodness, blues craziness. And then Saturday, Time Goes By, oh, another beauty. Time goes by so quickly, it goes by. That's such a beautiful song. Can't wait to hear that one. And then Take Me Home is on Saturday, which is a really cool 4.5-minute straight up me and the guitar, nothing else, in the song I wrote many years ago that I never put any lyrics to, and I finished it that day. So that'll be on Saturday the 21st. So every day this week at noon, each day, Eastern Standard Time, a new song. So please do me a favor and blast them out. Please leave comments, share, and hit the like in each one. That helps us. And yeah, I'm hoping that at least, since I can't drop as much stuff because I'm here, at least you'll have that. Every day there's one piece of content. I will go live still for something like this. And before you know it, we'll be back to normal, back in the studio. Oh, goodness. 51. Phil just turned 51. Who's 52? Are you asking how old I am? Oh, I just turned 46, which is crazy, to be honest. I remember I was listening the day that Howard Stern turned 46, and he was all worried that people were going to think he was out of touch because he's getting older. He had the whole show was about how, as a 46-year-old, he didn't want people to think he wasn't able to be hip anymore. Now he's like 70-something, dude, and he's still live every day, and people listen to him. So I don't think in those terms. I mean, I've always thought when it comes to creativity and it comes to comedy and it comes to the moment, I think like a child. I get the free form, the lack of concern for, doing something foolish. These are all childlike, features or I don't know if you call it a feature or if you'd call it a negative. I'm not really sure. But for me, being able to get into my childlike sense of wonder when I'm in the middle of a comedy or in the middle of anything is important to me. I don't want to think like an old man, especially when it comes to creativity. I always want to think like a child. I want to go for everything without the fear of failure, and that requires a childlike sensibility. And so, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I always say age is just a number. This is another one for me. It's just a number, obviously, but it's real. And, we are getting older, man. It's crazy. Every single day we age. And the thing is, who we involve ourselves with, who we keep around us, either age us or they keep us younger. And that's why people have dogs. That's why people have kids, and then they can't wait to have grandkids because then they want to be around for their grandkids. There's a lot of motivation that comes from family, I would say. But all of it is it's like we share one thing in common. We all live a life and we die. Everything else is just, it's the journey within, But here I'm 46, yeah, kind of crazy. Old Man River. I did feel, I felt crippy on the 46 morning. I got up, I was like, my knees were like, what the fuck is that, man? I'm going to do one of these. Stretch it out. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think so, Kit. Yeah, I think you got to think young, even if you're not. But yeah, I don't know. What's kind of weird is where I'm here, I see helicopters flying over every 15 minutes. I don't know if that's a news thing or if they're looking for drug traffickers. And then, yeah, there's lots of different police cars and stuff, but it's not because it's a bad area. I think they just are very liberal with their sirens around here, clearly. So this has been another action-packed show here at MarkinsPires. Having a good time. Hope you guys have a great day. Again, 1 hour from now is the premiere of Don't Be an April Fool. Wherever you are, please do me a favor and hit that link. I think I gave it to you, but if I'll do it one more time, hit that link and comment, share, all that good stuff. It is definitely a song to share. This is, all 3 songs so far. Touch the Stars, Angels in the Sky, and this one, Don't Be an April Fool, they're like, the whole world should be listening to these songs. These are good songs. These aren't like, yeah, they're okay. These are freaking really, really, really good songs. So do your friends a favor, do everybody a favor, share music that they could benefit from. I don't need to be listening to 97.1 or whatever mainstream tells me is the good music of the day. Share the good music of the day. They don't share Justin Bieber, okay, and all these other crap musicians who have these $15 million productions. I record these live, and they sound like they sound. They may not sound like they're as good as a Justin Bieber recording, but I can guarantee you, if I got a chance to go into a studio with Justin Bieber's people and I put all these songs down, they'd sound better than everything else that they've ever put out. These songs are so good, they're just very basic. It's a guitar, a beat seat, and me ripping up the guitar over the top of it. It's not a studio production where they call in a choir and they call in like a violin player and all these other different pieces get put in there. So this really curated piece is there for you. These songs are raw and they're freaking strong. So take them for what they are. They're not going to be the Bieber album of the year, but this is the most raw, authentic music experience you'll ever find here on this channel. And I can guarantee that because there's nothing and then there is something. So every time you're hearing a song, it's like that song didn't exist until this moment I'm watching happened. That is so much more powerful to me than watching something that was regurgitated or recreated in a studio 50,000 times until it was perfect. No, I'm watching a moment. Every single time you see any of my songs, that is the moment what you're seeing is when it was created. This isn't me playing a song I wrote when I was 19 years old. I wrote this for you. That is powerful. That, I think, should have millions and millions of views, every single one of these songs. So I can't do it. I've tried everything to get views. So clearly it's going to have to be you guys. If you like my music, then share the friggin' hell out of it. But remember the essence of it. These aren't studio recordings you're sending to people. These are live creations, live looping creations that I've then tried to make sound as good as possible with just an EQ. But I didn't take them and then add 50 other pieces to them. So it's like, wow, this was done over at that studio, New York Tech, Clinton Studios, where I did my first album. You listen to my first album and all my other albums, there's a total difference in sound. The sound quality with my studio album, with the Something to Live For song, it's like, wow. And then you have these songs, they're cool songs, but they're not studio recordings. These are live recordings. So the songs are the best they can be. I've had a conversation with my son about this. He's like, you should do those songs and then like add all this. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to do all these songs over from scratch. Okay, now that I have them, I write down the lyrics, get the music, remember what I played, and then go and do it all over and track it. I don't have a studio. I don't have a manager. I don't have anything. When I record, I'm putting out because I don't have any of those other things. I don't have any money to spend on that stuff. So I put my time, my energy into these moments, and I'm releasing them. If somebody thinks they're good enough and they want me to go into a studio and do that one day, that's a whole different story, but it hasn't happened yet after 1,920 32 days or whatever the freaking days it is in a row right now. Hey, Siri, how many days has it been since December 31st, 2018? Why can't I hear you? I can't hear you. Siri, how many days has it been since December 31st, 2018? You got to be kidding me. Is she mental? Hey, Siri, how many days has it been since December 31st, 2018? You're an asshole. She doesn't speak anymore, apparently. 1,932 days. Thank you, dick. She used to speak to me. She doesn't speak to me. Now she just puts stuff on the screen and it's super bright and I can't see. Anyway, so 1,932 days in a row. And we're just going to keep doing it. Keep dropping stuff. Kit, I had the CD burner and I tried to do this for a little while and then the thing died. It's so crazy, but like I was printing out discs. I printed out all my albums and I got like one printed or two printed of each. And then when I went to go do other copies, like it will no longer connect to this device. No matter what I tried, it never connects again. It won't print. It won't do anything. It's so frustrating. So I just stopped doing CDs. But I'll tell you, I did see another option where they have those. It's like a duplicator, CD duplicator, and I could just make just the CDs. I wouldn't be able to put the artwork on there. And that was what I bought this other machine for because it prints the artwork right on top. And the artwork looked awesome. So it's like I could put all of my different studio albums, but then also are these albums, and then put the main photo or the promo piece on the actual disc itself. And they were looking so good. But now I can't print on CDs anymore because that system's not working. However, if you guys were okay to just like me write on the disc, hey, this is the name of the album and put the songs, That I could probably still do. It's not going to look very good. You know what I mean? I wish I could do the other version because it looked so good. When I get home, I'll show you guys because I still have a few lying around of different versions. But I can't get that print to work anymore, which is unbelievable. Very frustrating. I spent like $100 or $200 on that thing too because it was like there used to be $5,000-$6,000 for this machine, and nobody wants to print CDs anymore. So I found a guy who was like, "Yeah, I got $200," and it worked for like 3 days, and then after that, it stopped working. It's really bothered me. Oh goodness. All right, guys. So look, I'm going to rock and roll. I will see you later. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for kicking it with me today. I hope you have an awesome day. Please watch the song in 50-something minutes. I'll be in the chat. I'm going to try to watch with you guys or listen with you guys. It's hard for me to watch anything. But same thing. If you guys can't watch ever, just push play and listen because the music is music. You don't have to watch in order to listen. So I hope you enjoy the song, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow when we do this all over again. I may have some more things to drop for you later on, but enjoy your day, and thank you for hanging out with me.